Today I'm going to show you guys how I made these beautiful bookmarks using my Cricut Maker 3 metallic cardstock and images from Creative Fabrica. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so, and let's go. So we're started in Creative Fabrica. You're going to go to the search. If you're new to Creative Fabrica, it is a subscription-based website. So you see here it's $3.99 per month, and you get access to a whole bunch of files, fonts, templates, even you have needlework, photos, tools, print on demand bundles. You can go through and get a little bit of everything here. So you're going to type in bookmark, and then you're going to scroll through the different bookmark images. I was scrolling forever. They even have a bookmark box template here, right? So I'm just going to show you guys the ones that I chose. And I'll have the links for you as well. So we have this one. This is so cute. This one. I'll use 2 or 3 for this video here, right? And once you select what you want, you just click on download and it'll save to your computer. Then we're going to go over to the left right here to upload. Then you're going to choose upload image. Go to browse. Once you select browse, then you're going to go on to your downloads and get everything you downloaded from Creative Fabrica. So we're going to start. The first one is these 3D pink. And the task is you have to upload all of them one by one. This is so gorgeous. So you're going to click continue at the bottom right. Right here is if you need to delete anything, make some changes here. So you see the select. That's to choose the area and click. I'll just show you what it looks like and remove a piece. Or you can click on the erase, choose your size. You see the circle is that size. You can make it a little bigger and then erase what you don't want. But as you can see, I'm just going to go back right here. With these, we're not changing a thing. So you're just going to go to apply and continue. We're going to select a flat graphic right here, flat graphic. Continue at the bottom. Then right here, this is where you'll change the name. So it could be, I'm going to change it to pink. Hold on. Pink floral bookmark. The others, I'm not even going to change them, but showing you. Now tags, this is for when you're going into all of your uploads and you're searching. These are the different tags you can use just in case you forget what you named the bookmark. So you could name it bookmark, you could name it flowers, not name it, tags. Give it a tag as bookmark, flower, pink. So just think search terms, right? Now we're not doing any of that. I'm going to go to upload on the bottom right. And then here we are. Gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous. So the size you're going to change it to, I'm going to just unlock at the top here. Change the width to 2 inches. And then you're going to change the height to 6 inches. Press enter. And this is the size we want all of our bookmarks. I'm going to lock it back so when I move it around, it doesn't change. So I'm going to go back into every one that we have and upload all of them here. So I have everything in here. I chose 10 different designs. They're all 2 by 6 inches. So I want to put an offset. So I'm just going to use one. And all of these are square edge. None of them have like a curved edge. So the offset is going to apply to all of them, right? So right here, you're going to select offset. Now, you see the curved edge of the offset? I'm going to select the square one. And I'm going to bring it in a little more. I don't want it to be too far off, but I don't want it to be too close also. Right there. So I'm going to click apply. Now, because this is a print and cut, my offset is a print and cut offset. So we're going to change that because we want it to be a cut. So you're going to go right here, operations, and you're going to choose basic, and that makes it a cut file. Now, if you're doing multiple colors, I'm cutting in gold. I'm thinking about these two having red and pink, and then the rest of these I'm going to do in gold. So we're going to, you don't have to go and do the offset for each one because they're the same size. So we're just going to duplicate this a few times. We just need 8. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for this one, multiply again. We're going to change this to red and put some red metallic just for something a little different. And for this one, it'll be a pink metallic. All right. So that's how they're going to look. You're going to go to save. I already saved this as, I think, bookmarks. I'm just going to just save my changes. Now, even though I'm showing you guys how to make these, I am making them for an event. So I'm making 30. So I'm going to switch this from Venture. I'm going to use the Cricut Maker 3. Just select which machine you're using. Click on Make. And I'm going to do, I did 10, so we're going to do 3 copies. So 3 of each one. I am not using the 11 by 17 because I cannot find my 12 by 24 mat for my maker. So I'm just going to go here and change it to the 8.5 by 11 size paper. We're just going to wait for it adjust. And this is, so we're going to have to use 8 sheets printing, 1 sheet of pink metallic, 1 sheet of red metallic, and 4 sheets of gold metallic. So we're going to get all of that printed. We're going to send this print. Press continue, show you to your printer. You're going to print it out. You're going to lay it on your mat just like you see here, lined up at the top left. Right there is going to print with those black lines, which are the sensor marks that the machine will read to know where to cut. And then you feed it into the machine. When it's done, you go to the next one and you keep going like that. So we're going to send to printer. I'm using the Epson EcoTank 16600. Always use the, turn on the system dialog box, then click print. That system dialog box will bring up your options for your printer. So if you're using like a large format printer like I am, the thicker cardstock, larger cardstock, all of those are fed through the rear feeder. So you need these options. So when you come right here to media and quality, you choose the feeder that you're using, which is the rear feeder, photo high gloss paper, and best, and click print. This is just a message here and done. Now, if you want, you can just go ahead, wait for that print, cut it, and do the next one. I usually go down the line and just send all of them to print one time. But you want to make sure once you do that one by one, once you're done, go back and select page 1 because that'll be the first one that you are printing on. Now, with the glossy paper, I usually use either poster board settings, just something thick. You could even use the glitter cardstock setting. Any of those will work. But I will say if it's a thick setting, like I use craft board, that's for like a thick setting. It usually scratches the mat a little bit, but I'm a little stubborn. I like to keep to the same thing. Now, if you print all at one time, whenever you select remember material settings, it won't ask you for which setting every time it does a new cut. It'll stay the same. All right. So now we're going to print it out, cut all our pieces, and we're going to assemble. Okay, so we have all of our pieces. We have our print and cut. We have our beautiful metallic cardstock. And again, if you, not if you need, all supplies will be listed in the description of this video. So we're going to start off with double-sided tape. I just found this double-sided tape on Amazon. This is a thinner one. There's also a thicker one that's really good. So what you're going to do, you're going to line it up on the 2 edges of the printed image and go straight down and just clip it off. And then you're going to repeat the process on the other side. Now, if you feel like you want it to be a little more stable, you could go all the way around the edges or even put a strip in the middle. It's totally up to you. But these 2 on the edges, They stick really well and they held up even a few days after, so it's really good. Now you want to press the tape down so that it sticks to your image and then peel it off. Sometimes you have to bend it, but you don't want to put a fold in your image. Just like wrap it around your finger to get a little piece. And I think that's because I have nails on, so it's probably easier for someone else. But if you do have nails too, just wrap the piece around your finger so that you're not bending and putting a fold in your image. I don't know, it just looks cleaner if you don't have any folds and your paper is nice and straight and even, right? So now when it comes to laying it on top, you want to hover above your piece of metallic for a little bit just to get it centered, because I did hover, but I don't think I was paying attention to the top piece, right? So I had to peel it off and it came off pretty good, but it stuck well. So you see the way that I'm peeling with both pieces coming off and then get it off. So when you're lining it up, I use the back of my hand to press the metallic cardstock down flat on the table. Line it up where you're seeing the edges so that that part is straight. Don't just look at the bottom, because sometimes you look at the bottom and then by the time you get to the top, it's uneven. So line up the sides, make sure everything is good. And that's it. So look, nice and even around each corner. You can also use sticker paper, but I think sticker paper for me, I would have messed it up. And now we're going to use the crocodile from We Are Makers. You can find this on Amazon. Also, too, I bought separately these gold little grommets to punch the hole at the top. And this case that I have also sold separate. I'll tell y'all the story about me buying it, thinking I was buying a crocodile at a good price, and it was just a case. But that's for another time. And then the gold tassels also ordered on Amazon as well. I'll link everything in the description for you guys. Also, the bag had me thinking they sent me the wrong color, but the bag makes it look a little bit darker. It is the like bright gold color that I wanted. Now with this crocodile, it can be a little bit confusing, but it's really easy to use. If you look at the top, it has hole punches, the little measurements that'll show you the size. This little button right here, that's the lock button, so that when you close it up, you can lock it and put it back in the case. Now, I'm going to show you the inches right there. It's little tabs, and that's just for when you want to put the book. I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words, guys. I'm sorry. But when you want to put the bookmark, I was going to say bookshelf. When you want to put the bookmark in to punch the hole, you set the size so that it doesn't go any further. So every bookmark that you punch, it'll be in the same spot. Now, I was just squeezing that just to show you guys where the little hole puncher like comes up. Look, I'm saying look, and I wasn't even showing it. I don't know what's going on, y'all. But anyway, right here, that is the measurements of the size. There we go. That's what I wanted to show you. See it coming up? And that's the size of the hole that it's going to punch. The little number right on the bottom on the black little rubber piece right there. So it's only two sizes. As you can see, it's two flip sides, a really skinny one and a little bit thicker one. You see how that's a little bit smaller? Cute. I think everything is cute. Anyway, and then on the top part, you see how I push it in and it stops? That's what I was trying to show you guys with the inches. If you're new to my channel, listen, I don't always be stumbling. I don't know what's going on today, but we getting these bookmarks done. But I want to explain the crocodile and how you use it properly. So I chose the smaller size and then I just punched the hole. So you see the little hole there? Now at the tip of it, these are the two pieces that are going to help you squeeze the grommet together. Now this side here, you pull it up and then you flip it and it'll give you like a wider bottom half, right? So this is the half like it'll curl over on. And then the top piece here, well, anyone could be the top. It's the same thing. You pull it up and then you switch it and it'll give you a skinnier piece that sticks through the actual grommet. So you see how I flip them? Pull it up, flip, and then you push it back down to like lock it in. And that's depending on the grommet hole that you punch. So since I use a smaller one, I have it on the smaller tip. And I'm hoping these things are called grommet holes because that's what I call them. But y'all know what I'm saying. And if it's not the right name, the link that I have in the description will be the right product. So you'll see the correct name. Anyway, so put the grommet in the hole first. I used to put it on the crocodile and then it was just too complicated. Poke it right in there, you see? And it's coming through the back. Now they also come with these like washers and you lay them on before you squeeze it closed. I'm going to say, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but it never really made a difference for me. So when I squeeze it, like the grommet doesn't necessarily curl all the way back and touch the washer. So someone, maybe somebody's watching this that's better with the crocodile than me. Let me know if I'm doing that right. So now you're going to take your hole and then like thread it. I would say thread it. Just stick it on the point so that it holds it and then squeeze. And when I say squeeze, squeeze. Okay? I always use both hands and squeeze that bad boy. So you see how it kind of flats, but it didn't curl all the way onto the washer. So I don't know if I'm pressing it wrong. I really don't know. But you know, it got it done. And the washer doesn't like come off, but just that it doesn't curl all the way back and touch it. So now you're just going to thread your tassel through and then bring it through the hole like that. And that's it. That is how we make these beautiful bookmarks. And you could choose any design or you just fully design your own. But y'all see that metallic cardstock and how it looks as the back. So now I'm just going to finish that off on all of them. And we have our beautiful bookmarks, guys. Now it's time for a little close-up of all of them. They're so gorgeous. Again, if you're new here and you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing all of the amazing bookmarks that you guys make as well.